Good. I know, first of all, I know you guys heard about reports about NC2A, investigating us about some potential problems that we have. We're certainly going to cooperate with the NC2A and looking forward to those things. And it's a process that you have to go through. So make sure we all understand it's a process you got to go to. And from that point, fellas, any other questions or concerns you guys may have, all the things, questions may have, refer those to Coach, our athletic director, Kirby Holcutt, and he'll answer all those questions from that point on. All right. Today's practice was the first time we came out in just shells today. It was great to see that fans came out. There's an opportunity to anybody who bought season tickets to come out and watch the University of Miami practice. I thought it was very crisp, very sharp, with some big plays made on both offense and defensive. Very excited about Asante Cleveland's performance today, for learning a lot of things and improving every day. Big catch he made with 3 people around him was unbelievable, and like the excitement and enthusiasm. We did a lot of different tempo deals today in practice as far as blitz drill, a lot of red zone work today, trying to keep working on the red zone, because when you get in the red zone, you got to come in with 3 points or 7 points. So that was our biggest emphasis today. So we're excited about it. It was a start. Still got a long ways to go. And Coach Whipples is out of town. He's roommates. He's at the Hall of Fame deal. He's been roommates with Chris Berman. So he's going up there to acknowledge that his acceptance to the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. He'll be back for practice tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
With the competition in a lot of different positions, I mean, how much every day are you moving guys from first to second groups?
You know what it is? We'll move guys after scrimmage. We got a scrimmage on Wednesday, and after the scrimmage on Wednesday, we'll move guys around, and then you'll see a new set of guys, opportunities, and things like that. And that's when you got to really acknowledge it. You can't do it in practice. Practice is practice. Guys know when it's inside run, it's all run. When it's blitz, it's blitz. But now when you incorporate everything, it's guys got to go out there and tackle, execute, block guys, and things like that, then it's going to be a little bit different.
Joe Nicholas, what do you like about him, Coach, as far as he's come back?
Really didn't see too much. Can't wait to scrimmage work and stuff like that, but he had a big play today on Leonard Hankerson, which was huge. And it shows the confidence that he has. Coming off, he's been knocked all his years here with injuries, and this is an opportunity for him to bounce back. And we're excited about his opportunity to come back. We're excited about him being an older guy and really can help us out in the secondary. And then we'll see what he goes from there.
Randy, what guys really improved from last year? First couple of names.
Really don't know, Barry. Don't really know, Barry. It's too early to tell. I can't tell after the scrimmage, to be honest with you.
Does it seem like the freshmen every year are just getting bigger and broader? I mean, it's a pretty impressive physical.
I was just talking to somebody the other day. Back in 86, 87, the biggest offensive lineman we had here was Matt Patchen. He was about 270 pounds. 270 pounds now is small. And but we go out and recruit offensive tackles, which we've done, and those guys can play guard and center. You go out and recruit a bunch of centers that can play up the center. So big athletic. They're very competitive. And I'll give you guys, this is probably the first time in a while, that we have to go and start IVing guys early. That shows you how much condition those guys in and how those guys worked in the off season, and really shows where this team is going and where it's coming from.
Randy, any update on Jamal Reed and Ben Jones?
Not yet. No, not yet. Just still working on making sure. One thing about me, fellas, it's not lip service, but we really preach academics. And those guys are working just to finishing up some stuff. They got finals and stuff. Finals was the last couple of days, so I can't put those guys in situations to where they're out here practicing and they need to be studying for their finals. I can't do that as a coach. Yesterday, as you see, we practiced a little bit, but guys had finals, so we had to get them guys out here, give them about 3 hours to refresh some things in their mind and then go from there. So we're going to continue to do that. And then Monday, no more finals, it's just straight ball time. So you expect to see those guys Monday.
Is Jamal's status in question for early?
No, Barry, don't start that. Don't start that, Barry. I just told you, don't you misprint me, don't you misquote me, Barry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Worry about academics, I do. Okay, you may not, so you probably put Coach probably ain't worried about academics and them guys ineligible, so don't do that, Barry. Please don't.
Green, I want to ask about Clive Walford of Palm Beach that just showed up, obviously. What did you like about him, including he was a basketball player?
You know what he was? He was like Winslow was. See, Winslow never played tight end in high school. He was a defensive end receiver and things like that. Guy that you knew was going to get bigger. And then you take a big guy like that to play tight end, he's going to really one-on-one matchup with linebackers, he'll be able to out finesse him, and then get him a big safety. Going to get the safety, how big they are now, then he can be physical. So those are things that you look at, and you keep recruiting guys.
Did you see him play basketball?
No, I only get one evaluation, that's all. But I got relatives up in that area, so they told me about it a lot.
what did you hear about
his ability, one thing you know was worried about is you always, because you got friends everywhere, but I got relatives up there, and they were talking about how this young man come out, play basketball, very competitive. Everybody in the school liked him, community liked him, and he was just a guy playing out of position. You know, we offered him, liked what he did, and committed him to his colleges the whole time.
Because of numbers, you think those freshmen have a real chance of playing this year?
One of them will. Manny, I mean, that's the thing about it. If you look at the depth that we have, you know, we got Billy and Rich. You can't go through the season with two tight ends. So look for two of them to some way come in and play, help out 15, 20, maybe 30 plays. You just don't know. Be a situation maybe like Jimmy Graham last year. So that's why you go ahead and recruit the guys like that and, you know, get numbers, and then whatever happens after that can happen.
Randy, Ryan Hill,
he went home. He had a problem. Basically, being honest with you guys, his grandmother passed away. So he left yesterday after practice, and he'll be back today tonight. So, you know, and guys like that, you know, our support go with everybody in his family, his mom and dad, his family know that we support him. And tough times for him, but you know, it's tough time for us also because it's part of our family.
Talk about Ryan as a player, and this obviously didn't play last year, but he seems to be excited about his senior year and just that he's still around even though he's been through some things.
Ryan has done a tremendous job this season, fellas, of working his body and also graduating early. And excited about him coming back. You know, he's been bouncing balls from corner to receiver. But then also when you watch him, you know he's a very competitive and very genuine guy. He's been through a lot of ups and downs early, which means, you know, me and him know that. But, you know, you see him grow and mature, and that's my job to keep working with these guys to mature every time. And I'm excited for him coming back. The team excited. He is excited. And expect big things out of him this season.
And he talks about the relationship that you guys have, even though, like you said, he's had his ups and downs here, even if he says you guys are close. And I guess just talk about more about that.
We're very close, very, very close. You know, it's my job, like I said, as a coach, to really mentor these guys and take them through the process of growing and maturing. Ryan has been through a lot of things, similar things that I've been through. So I share a lot of thoughts with him. And a lot of guys on the football team. And that's all you can do is keep sharing thoughts and making sure you sit down and talk with them one-on-one. It's not like football and academics all the time. It's just about just family life and dealing with situations in life. You know. Me and him going to continue to have that relationship even when he's leave here, like I got with a lot of other guys that play in mine. It's just a close-knit, you know, relationship that you want to keep all the time.
Just lastly, how much has he changed when he first got here?
Oh, different guy. Totally different guy. You know, it's, you know, the first year, you know, Ryan was a typical freshman. Second year, you know, he wasn't mature, but now the third year has been unbelievable. And when you watch him develop the third, fourth, and fifth year, the way he's out in the community, the way he's talking to the players on the team, the way he talked to freshmen coming in, you know, Ryan is a guy that you can really learn a lot from as a student athlete at the University of Maryland. And we really depend on him a lot.
Randy, with the way the Porter and Regis have developed and forced them back, how close are you to getting really good defensive tackle play like we've seen in this program? Do you have any feel for that yet?
No, not yet, Barry. You don't know until we get in the pass, but we're excited about these guys, Barry. I mean, when you look at those guys that Porter's played a lot last year, McConnell played a lot, so, you know, the maturity factor's really stepped in. You know, those years when we played, people didn't realize that Russell didn't play till his like third or fourth year. Cortez didn't play till his senior year. You know, Jerome, those guys. So, you know, you got to get those guys developed. And I think with those guys being going into their third year, you can really going to see a big difference in them this upcoming season.
I was just going to ask, Corey's wearing a wrap around his hand or whatever that is, a bandage. Is that just a precautionary?
No, just precautionary deal. You know, one thing that, you know, like any injuries, like you're going to see some guys with shoulder harnesses and certain things on their body. You know, those guys are fully healed, but we just put it on those guys because sometimes it's a comfort zone. You know, it's a comfort zone for any, like stuff like Corey, you're going to see, you know, Orlando, Franklin, Figueroa. Those just precautionary deals make them feel better.
Randy, the running backs today seem to make some big plays, and you mentioned at the press conference that, you know, guys push guys. Just talk about that unit.
Well, the unit is really, really competing against each other, and they also really stand on top of each other as far as pushing each other. And when you see those unit guys working like that, that tells you how much those guys really are dedicated to playing hard and dedicated to competing with each other. And that's the one thing that you always got to consistently be with and enjoy, that you see that competition and the growth of those guys.
The depth. Confident in the depth? I mean, it seems
I don't know. You know, you just never know until the end of the season what happens. You know, but that's why you got numbers, and you got to continue to find guys that can come in and compete with those guys all the time.
Do you care much if you have a 1,000-yard rusher, or just keeping the guys fresh more important?
Fresh and win. You know, fresh and win. Now, if we have a 1,000-yard rusher, great. But you know, if we winning games and those guys staying fresh and giving us opportunity to win, we're gonna be okay. All right, fellas. Y'all take care. Yeah.